All right, guys. So this is today's lesson. You're gonna finish your cone and cylinder exit ticket or maze from last time. Once you're finished, you're not gonna work on Moby-Mex. You're gonna work on IXL. So those are the things that you need to get done today. Hopefully you have those copies with you. If not, you're just going to wait till I come back and I can provide you more copies. I do have some left over from yesterday, but make sure you keep up with your copies. All right. So this is a little bit different. So let me get the actual calendar for you guys so that you're aware of what's going on. I'm so sorry. I'm using the one from last year because it just aligns better with what we're doing. So I just wanted to make sure that it flowed nicely. All right, I think this is the one. All right, so I'm gonna pull this one up. So we have volume of spheres today, and then after that we have surface area prisms. There's no school on next Friday, and then we're going to do surface area of cylinders, and then you'll have your test, and then after the test, we'll be working on our star review. Okay, make sure you pull your table of contents out. We're doing volume of spheres, which is here. And if you need more time, you can just pause and rewind. So volume formula of spheres, if you look on your formula chart, it's going to be V equals 4/3 pi r cubed. So the only thing you need to know, the dimension you need to know for this is the radius, okay, which is half the diameter. So how would you find the volume of a sphere above that had a radius of 10 inches? So what I would do is I look at my formula. I would use V equals 4/3 pi. And then we see my radius is 10. So we're going to plug in 10 to the third power. And I'm going to grab my calculator here. And I want to type that in. So it'll be alpha x 4/3 second cat year 10 to the third power. And you get 4,188.79. So that would be our volume. So V equals 4,188.79. That's assuming if they said hundredths place. If not, we'll figure it out. So they didn't. So that's what it's going to be. That's a 79. Okay. So that's what we did, and that's what we got. So the volume of a hemisphere, which you would know would be half 4/3 pi r cubed. Okay. So you would half the 4/3 pi r cubed. Now you can type this in your calculator like this, or you can also get your answer and make sure you divide it by 2 at the end. Either way, you're going to get the same answer. Okay. Remember, r equals the radius, which is half the diameter. So if we were to find the volume of a hemisphere above, if the radius was 10 inches, what we could do is we could do 4/3 pi. Our radius is 10, so we're going to do 10 cubed and get that. So that's what I'm going to have on my calculator. As you see, I got that. And then after that, I would just divide it by 2, and then I get the volume of my hemisphere, which is 2,000. So hold on. Let me backtrack here. Divided by 2, which is 2,094.395. I'm just going to go 3 decimal places today. 395. Okay. You can also type it exactly how they did this one. You could always do alpha x, so you get 1/2, parentheses, alpha x, you get 4/3, You do second cat ear, 10 to the third power, and then you close it. And you see we get the same thing. So dividing by 2 at the end or typing in all this way, it's just a matter of preference, just as long as you know a hemisphere is half a sphere, so you'd be dividing your answer by 2. That's the most important thing. All right, so now we're going to do this one. And instead of using pi, we're going to use 3 for this question. So we have find the volume of a regulation size tennis ball. Instead of using pi, we're going to use 3. So I'm going to have 4/3, parentheses, 3 instead of pi. And then we have our diameter. And our diameter is 2.7. So from that, we need to get our radius. And to do that, we need to divide our diameter by 2. So I'm going to grab my calculator, and I'm going to do 2.7 divided by 2, and we get our radius, which is 1.35. So I'm going to do radius 1.35, and then we're going to plug that in here. So it's going to be a radius 1.35 to the third power. Okay, and then we're going to type this in our calculator just as I see it. I'm going to do alpha x 4/3, and then I'm going to do parentheses 3 instead of pi, and I'm going to do parentheses 1.35 cat ear to the third power. Get out of that, close the parentheses, enter. And we get 9.8415 as our answer. So we know the volume would be V equals 9.8415. I'm sorry. Me and I went to this video, so if I sound like I'm munching, I am. I apologize. Now, this is a good try. So go ahead and pause the video while I'm eating and try this on your own. All right, now, hopefully you pause the video. So how many cubic centimeters of soup will the hemispherical bowl hold? Leave your answer in terms of pi. Oh my goodness. So we're going to do B equals 4/3 pi r cubed. And in terms of pi, it just means you're going to multiply everything but pi. I do mine a little bit different. I do V equals 4/3 pi. And instead of putting r, I'm going to put in 9 to the third power. And I type it in just like this. So I grab my calculator and I'm going to put it over here and do alpha x 4/3, parentheses 9, close the parentheses, to the third power. Oh, I forgot to put pi in. So I'm going to put it at the end. It's not going to make a difference, just as long as it's there. And we get this number. And then you divide this by pi, and you get your answer. So it'd be 972 pi. Now, another way to do this is you can also just multiply these two together and leave pi out. So another way you could solve this would just be doing alpha x 4/3, and then you do parentheses 9 to the third power, close the parentheses, and you see we get 972, and you just tack on pi at the end. So those are just some things that you could do to help. All right, let's see if Mrs. G got it right. Oh my God. No, I think I took the clickables off. It's okay. All right. Now you're going to do these on your own. Let me see. Let me see how many questions on your own I want you to do. That's 4 questions. I want you to try it on your own. I'll do them with you. Well, those are the formulas, and I want you to get those answers on your own and put them in your notes. If you have questions, I want you to discuss with your shoulder partner. All right? And after that, you have an exit ticket posted in Schoology. Work on your own and complete the exit ticket. Show your work on your desk or scratch paper. Write the formulas, plug in the numbers, solve, and write the answer. Conversation level should be a 0. Needing help, you're on your own. Exit ticket. Stay in your seat. Now, this is a big thing. I had an incident in my class yesterday that required emergency attention because a student didn't follow this movement rule. Stay in your seat until the cleanup bell rings. And that's what's going to be a rule from now on because there's too many problems. Too many people get up, get pencils, fool around, walk around. And it's not a lot of my classes, but the few, you really need to stay in your seat. Okay? All right. Hopefully, this answers your questions. I hope to see you guys soon. And have a great rest of your day. Be nice to the sun. All right, once you're done, you'll be doing the task cards. If you finish that, I'll have task cards available for you. All right, have a good day, y'all. Bye.